Well, good morning. We are up here in Ione. We are trying to do the snow run we did a little bit ago. So here we are. We've gotten back up to this place. This is that first stop we made at the cattle guard, and the snow's been really interesting. It's heavy and wet, so let's see what we can do here. Definitely some ice spots, some low coverage, and some deep snow. Depends on where we're at. So we're cruising along here, trying to get back up to Smackout Creek Road, and then we're going to try and get over that pass. I'm a little concerned with how wet and heavy it is. We're aired down to about 6-7 pounds, which I don't have beadlock, so that's about as much as I can go to see what we can do. This is a lot better coming that uphill leg. It's been a little challenging, so let's get down this hill, get over to Smackout Creek, and see what it's like over there. So I added this windshield wiper. I got the cheap Amazon one, and it was crap. This is a slightly less cheap one. The nice thing about this one is it has return to home. So when I turn it off, it goes back to home. The really cheap one would just stay right in the middle, and you had to play the game of trying to stop it somewhere where it wasn't in your way. Hopefully I can get one that's more of 180 degrees. They say this one's 110, but it's barely 90, just over 90. So passengers probably not happy with that view. But so far I've been liking it. It's much nicer than having to reach up there so much and do the manual windshield wiper. Well, we are almost up to where we all started. We're right beneath where we all started to get stuck. Back there was that one little section that we first stopped at. So definitely mixed. We hit a lot of bare ground here, but we also hit a lot of deep snow in some of those corners. So we're gonna go up here, and I think this is gonna get into some definitely deeper stuff. All right, well, in the previous video when I had to do my turnaround, I did it right up there. I stopped here because my belt was getting a little warm coming up this section. I don't know if anybody has any recommendations. If we come back here, my frog skins, when we're winter wheeling or it's wet, they basically get caked with water and air can't get in there. So my belt temp starts to go crazy. I've hit about 182 there. This thing never gets over about 175, even in rough conditions. Earlier I hit 215, which is when I knew I was having issues. So if anybody's got a recommendation on what to do with frog skins in wet conditions, let me know. So Daryl and Keith are ahead of me. They radioed back and said they got stuck at about the same spot. So they're evaluating what they want to do. No point in me going up there and getting stuck. I think I've got a decent little area right here on this corner that I could turn around and possibly get out of here without much drama. So I'm gonna go evaluate that, and I'm waiting to hear from them on what they're gonna do. Well, I'm trying to get myself turned around, and I pretty much knew I was gonna get stuck, but I was way up there, and I reversed down and I got into this area because this is downhill. So now I can winch. There's a couple of trees here I could winch to, pull myself around, and hopefully get out of here and be ready when those guys come back down. Well, it sounds like Daryl got out of his predicament that he was in out there. As you saw a little bit ago, I was up there and stopped, and then I kind of saw this and was thinking it would just be a nice flat area. Well, it ended up being a pretty good sized ditch, and I dropped my rear tires pretty good, hit my skid plate, my arms. And then I originally tried to winch to a tree down the road, and that did nothing. So then I had to go over to this tree, and over to that tree I ended up using some of the synthetic snatch blocks. Let me grab one out of here. If you don't have one of these, you should grab one. They're a synthetic snatch block, kind of the old school cable one, but I was able to go to that tree, double up back to the front of the rig, and pulled me right out. I wasn't able to get much on a slightly angled tree. But whatever recovery gear you have, you should seriously get more. I think I used everything except one axle strap and one soft shackle. Run down to Harbor Freight. They have these, I think they're 8 or 10 foot, these purple axle strap tree savers. Those go great. Get yourself a couple more soft shackles. I just got the radio news that they are turned around and coming back. So we are gonna get going, get back, probably get back to the house, regroup. Down to about 3 psi in order to get out of there. You can see I think he's running 35-inch carnivores. So we have a couple of air compressors. This is mine. I don't even remember where I got this, but it's a great one. It's a cigarette lighter. They're the automatic ones. We've also got one of the Milwaukee's that Keith's using over there. That's another great one because it's battery operated. But always take one of these with you of whatever type. That way you can re-air up your tires, because we're gonna hit some snow and then we're gonna hit some mud, and you definitely don't want to be at 3 pounds when you hit some of this trail here. So we're gonna head back to the house now.